All right, we're live. Testing, testing, making sure there's volume. Let me see here. Just testing here. Live stream. Okay, let's see volume. All right. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, February 19th, and we're gonna go through this morning stocks on the move, and uh, and then we'll see what the markets look like right now. Market check. Just giving you guys a update here. QQQ is down. Nasdaq QQQ is down 0.4%, and S&P is down 0.25%. So you know, not too substantial, but also not too little, right? So a little bit weaker than yesterday. I think a lot of earnings were bad. So looking at the stocks on the move here, you can see the volume is not as strong as days before yesterday. Um, Generally, when this is such a weak volume day, I usually don't buy unless the stock chart is picture perfect, like you know, breakout or bounce, right? But anyhow, we're gonna go through this list and see what's moving today on the upside. So NXT, well, this is all negative here, so that's not inside my fundamental criteria. So I think SEDG reported and did really well. So that's in the solar area. Okay, so here you see it's still negative numbers, but it is improving. So I don't usually buy negative numbers for energy industry, but anyhow, but there's definitely lots of momentum, up 28% right now. So I'm gonna track this right now. Okay, next on the list, EME. Today will probably be a very short session just because there's not many stocks moving. Uh, so this one also slowing down pretty fast. You can see right here. So that will not pass my fundamental criteria. So I'm going to have to pass on that as well. All right, let's continue. UTHR. UTHR. So there is. So this one do have earnings. It is bouncing pretty strong after hitting the 200 day. Um, Today is supposed to report. I'm not sure if it's out yet. Um, it's probably not out yet. Usually when it's out, there's a star here on Marketsurge, but because there's no star there, it's probably not out yet. So it is moving before. You can see it's already moving before the earnings. It's a risk for sure if you want to get in right now before the earnings. But I did get in earlier right here. So uh yeah. So let me just check quickly where it stands right now. UTHR. It's up roughly 2.9% right now from my buy point. So I have a little bit of cushion going into the earnings. So we'll see how that goes. Um, in terms of ranking, I forgot to download my chart yesterday. Let me download quickly here. My report here. Hold on a second. This is my list of stocks that I follow. and I like to see what their ranking looks like. And there's some indicators that I really like to use, so we'll talk about that as well. Okay, so I always like to know if it make a new high yesterday, so 18, right? So here's the ones that make a new high, and those are the ones that you probably want to watch every day. So like, some of them, like I said, most of them are extended, but Palantir, WGS, CRSR, CVNA, Zeta, Duo, IoT, Chef, SE, AT&T, PHC, Dash, Exxon, PNW, SND, SFM4, GE, Privia, OSW, TTWO, Way. So you can go down this list and you see lots of stocks in the top 100 that are making new highs. So that's a good sign. And then we'll just filter the uptrend ones as well, just highlight them just to see the. So there's a pretty good list here, 143 uptrend. Let's track that as well. So I do track it every day, but I didn't do that yesterday. 143 uptrend. So it is higher than Friday. See that number there? Um, let's go to see downtrend. This is 176, so that's still pretty high. So more than half the stocks is in downtrend. But it has come down a little bit, but it's still pretty high. Okay. And then we want to look at in 1% here. So those are near the moving average. Short-term moving average is 42. So there's a lot of them that are kind of just sitting near the moving average. So, all right, new highs. I forgot to count it. Let's go back. New highs here. 52. So it's not high and it's not low. It's okay. So if you look at compared to last week's number, it did come down a little bit. So more stocks went up on uptrend, but less went into new high ground. And then downtrend also dropped a little bit. So overall, it's okay, right? Nothing too crazy here. There's some buying accumulation in different sectors yesterday, Monday, but today, like I said, it's a different story. So anyhow, it's good to look at that list. So what I was gonna look at was UTHR, right? UTHR. And here's the ranking here, 253. So it's not the strongest stock for sure, but it is moving right now. And um, like I said, it's earnings day, so I wouldn't get in if I don't like. It's too late to get in now. It's too risky. But yeah, so that's that one. All right. What's next here? SFM. So this is a stock that I was trading. It has good earnings, right? It is due earnings in one day, so there's a lot of risk at this moment. So yeah, you can see like I got in pretty early here. It went up, took some profit here, went sideways. I didn't add here. I don't remember why, but anyhow, it bounced again, and then there's this big sell-off yesterday. Now this could again be another opportunity to buy, but I just decided to take more my profit. But right now today you can see it's bouncing into this earnings tomorrow. That's tomorrow. So FFM reporting. So I would like to say I wouldn't get in at this moment, especially there's already a run up. Okay, so SFM is right here. So it's this reporting. Next one, CRS. CRS is uh, steel. So steel related tariff news been doing better lately. Um, so let's go into the daily chart. So it is have strong earnings here. You can see decent. Um, so the chart it broke out this right here, and I missed the breakout right here on the trend line, and today it followed through. So it's really good. But as far as ranking goes, let's go look at the ranking. 154. So I guess it's not too bad. 154. So and UTHR is 253. So this is 154. It's not really high. I really like buying stocks in the top 100, but sometimes I'll buy it if it's below. Depends what kind of stock. Um, UTHR was 253. I'll just mark the number here, right here. So both of them are moving. Um, yeah. Okay, next one. So you could put it on your watch list and watch them, but they're both. This one is still in the base CRS, so it's still good. UTHR, like I said, because of the earnings, it's still within the base too. So this one, um, yeah, there's some risk if it miss earnings, it could go down. All right. We have ARGX. ARGX. I believe that's health. I've traded this before ARGX. So very powerful earnings. Look at that. Look at it is in the uptrend. Lately, it's been going sideways. Let's see how it's doing. So it is still below all the moving average. I don't trade stocks usually below moving average. So let me reset my alert line. So it is below moving average. So I don't trade them until they pass that. But so this is a normal trend right now. Let's jump to NVDA. That was the next one. So this one obviously have good earnings, strong earnings. We have went into a big correction. Now we have bounced back. Looks pretty good. I got in on the day it broke the 50-day trend line here, and it's been holding really well. This is good sign. Obviously, next week is reporting in 7 days. Can you take a position here? Yes, why not? Look at how it found support today. Look at this line right here. It found support. It test the low here. It bounced back, make new high. And on the market like today where it's down, it's acting so well. That's what you want to look for. Stocks that are acting well on the down day. Um, so market check right now is minus 0.29% for QQQ, and SPY is minus 0.17%. So we could have a rebound day today, possible. And Nvidia is rebounding, but like I said, I already have a position, so I wouldn't add here because it's just too close to where I already bought it. So yeah, but it's a good day for Nvidia. So and look at the ranking on Nvidia here. 79, so it looks pretty good. 79. All right, next one. AEM. So this is gold miner. So I also traded this one, and then it start to pull back, and so here it has a low, and then it make another low here. So that's what kicked me out. Right now, it make another low yesterday. It bounced back from that low. It didn't even touch the 21 days, so that's a good sign. And today it followed through. So actually, I think this is a good entry point. Of course, it could fail again. It could fail again. There's no, it's technically it's still at the trend line right now, right? So if you want to be more patient, then you wait till it come back above the trend line. But it is slightly above the 10-day right now. This one is a tough decision. I'll put it on my watch list. I think so far it looks really strong this morning, right? It didn't even try to come back. Each is a higher low, so that's a really strong take right there. So and there's a good risk stop level right here. So yeah, if you buy right now, your risk level is really low. Um, yeah. Let me look at the whole gold shares here. GLD gold shares. Oh wow, this is making new high. So this is the price of gold bullion. Oh wow, this is actually really amazing chart. Um, because of this, like I said, I think AEM is a good buy right now. Um, so yeah, I'll place an order right now. Because gold shares are hitting new high, I think it will fall through today. So even though I got out a couple of days ago, so let's just place a trade. Again, it's not a good day to play straight, but gold doesn't really move with the market in general. It kind of move on its own, and so yeah, it's almost like actually, sometimes when the market go down and move up, just because of that, this is kind of like a risk. How do you say? You kind of mitigate the risk a little bit. When there's safety, people flight to gold, kind of thing. So yeah, let me buy back into this stock. So I'll do half and half position, and right now the bid is 98.08. And usually I like to set the second half slightly lower, like in this case maybe like $1 lower. And if it doesn't move down later, then um, I'll move my bid up for the second position. But usually I like to take the first half position right away. I don't like to wait too long because then if you keep going up, you'll be chasing, right? So I don't like doing that. Um, so let's see, what is the bid right now? Okay, move up to 988.09, so I'll keep moving it. It got filled. 98.09 is what it got filled at. Okay. Um, so yeah. So I'll mark up my chart here. So it like I said, it's not sudden. It's still kind of, look like it's trying to move up now. 98.19. So it looks pretty good. Like I said, I don't know for sure it will stay high the whole day, but I'm looking at the gold share. It looks so strong. Um, and also the intraday chart didn't really give back much, right? That's what gave me confidence. But again, this one doesn't really trade with most of the other stocks, so which is not a bad thing. So AEM, let me go back to the earnings again. So it does have a slower earnings down here. Um, that's one thing that has changed. So yeah, but I think this will be an exception just because of it is gold, and right now gold is so strong. Okay, and then looking at the um, ranking, it's 89. So you see, it was marked as downtrend here, but because today it kind of move up, it's no longer in the downtrend. It's above the short-term moving average. So, but the ranking is really high here, 89. It's within the top 100. All right. Next we have Lily. The volume is starting to pick up. You can see here, it's starting to pick up again. So that's also a good sign for the market. We'll see. So strong earnings, um, guidance here. Look at this trend line. It broke above it. Um, Today it really moved. Let's see. Again, you can see it making higher lows. It doesn't want to give back much. It's another good start right here. So this has come up nicely, and I got shaken out right here. It pulls back, and then now it found support. So I think I'm gonna get back into this stock as well. The health sector has been doing much better lately. So this week anyway. So yeah. So this is hitting new high. Let's just quickly look at the ranking here. 90. So again, it was downtrend yesterday, but it bounced, right? So I like to buy on the bounce. It's been tested, right? So like I said, um, for example, AEM. Let me just come back. So where can you set the stop here? The last support low is right here. Oops. Let me make it thicker line here. So you can set your stop. Always know your stop before you buy. 95. Yeah, 95.08 is the low of that last support level. Okay. Right now it's at 98.30, so it's been moving up since we bought it. So again, looking good. Let's go back to Lily since I bought it, not you guys. Again, none of these trades are for advice. It's really just for education and information purpose. Please do your own due diligence. So here we have a nice, again, support right here, right? So this is the last support level. Again, I'll move my stop up over time. You see me do that all the time. But when you buy, you don't want to give it such a tight range. You want to give it to the last support level, 851.09. Okay, so I'm gonna put my bid in here for half and half position again. Um, so Lily, so the bid is 870.65. I'm not, might have to move it up a little bit more. So the bid has moved up to 870.70. And looks like there's someone trailing it. So let me move out to 870.80. So yeah, definitely someone's trailing. 871 right now. I'm just gonna put it at the midpoint. Wow. As soon as I put it at the midpoint, it moves out again. But anyhow, it did get filled though. 871.13. 871.13 is where I feel. Let me mark on my chart here. So yeah. So we got half a position there. And this is rank 80. Okay. Let's keep going here. HWM. So we did trade this a few days ago. Strong earnings. This chart is amazing, right? It's not your fast mover, but it's like really nice stable mover. So here was the buy here I bought last week. It's been moving up nicely. Look at how fast it's moving now. Here's the slope of the 10-day. There's really not much to do right now because it's extended. But I would raise my stop. So EMA at 10 days is 131.49. So I mean it's part. So right now it's up 4.5%. Um, the question is it too far extended yet? If it is, usually I would take some profit. So right here, for example, you can see it moves up. Um, I'll probably hold it for one more day before I take some profit. So the reason why is you see how this 10-day right here is so subtle, but it actually starting to curve up. And when it curves up, it gives it more momentum. So it's possible it'll run a little bit more. But anyhow, that's something you have to decide whether you want to take partial profit right now, or um, if you take partial profit, then you have less risk if it comes back down, because the other half position will you already make a gain. And yeah. But if you don't take if you but if it could go up more, it could go straight to 20%. This is the 20% level from here. uh that's also possible. But like I said, when I see the 10-day curve up, like that moment, I will usually give it more room to run, because the momentum is picking up. So that's a little bit of art there, but really strong stock right now. HWM number 83. HWM 83 ranking. All right, next stock here. Did we talk about VCYT? I can't remember. Not yet. Let me just check the earnings here. I don't usually trade this one, so probably not good earnings. So yeah, negative here. I'll pass on this. It doesn't look very strong anyway. I'll pass on that. Um, we're getting to the top half here. Tesla. So the chart itself is very weak. It's trying to come back to the trend line. You can see here on the weekly chart. I'm not trading this because of this number here, just slightly below my 10%. But overall, the numbers are okay, right? Like, so yeah, if that's on your list. But like I said, I feel like this trend line is very important. So if you do want to trade that, okay. Next one, CORT. So this is biotech. So like I said, some of the biotechs are really moving. This last week. This one is another one. Earnings in 7 days. I really miss this one. I think I come across it many times, and I just didn't pull the trigger because I don't know why. It's ranked number 14. That's how good the performance is. So okay, um, Court. So this is making new. So how do I know if it's extended? Well, so far it hasn't. Like this is an extended point right here, and then it pulled back, and then it found support again. So that's not extended right here. Then it pulled back more to 10-day and then bounce. So that's probably a good entry point right there. And then here it's slightly extended again. And then it pulled back again. And then today you can see it's trying to uh, make new high, but it kind of, let me see the intraday. So it gap up in the morning, making new high, but it pulled back. So I don't like that because it's doing the opposite of like gapping down again, making new high. This is the opposite. This is making new high and then coming back down. So the momentum is the opposite of what I'm looking for. Um, anyhow, it's also um, Like this is a nice breakout right here. That's why this day moves so much. That's probably a good first entry point right there. It's almost at 20% already. I mean, it could go a lot higher, but I'm just, here it did go a lot higher. You can see breakout 20%, but it went up even a little bit more. The only thing I don't like about this chart is there's way more red days than blue days, right? So that's why I find this kind of difficult to trade. I feel, I feel it could be difficult. But anyhow, it's very strong. So, but right now it's not near a buy point. I mean, you could technically buy here because it tests 2 days, and today it didn't touch a new low. So if it holds this, let me see, one, two, yeah, it's pretty close though, right? Low here, 7150, 7152. So 2 cents. It tested the low by 2 cents this morning, and it passed. It passed that test. Either way, it's still a good test, whether it passed or failed. But right now, like I said, I just don't like this pattern, the intraday pattern. Like, yeah, I mean, it could go all the way back up, because it did shake out a lot of people who bought here, like from here to here, and it tested the low, and it's now bouncing, right? So it's possible this could work. That's all I'm saying. Um, um, I don't know. I'll watch this. I'll watch this. I feel like it's a little bit late in the game for this one. I'm not sure. And it's not my usual name, so it's not a very well-known name too. So I don't know. It will. Maybe that's why it's so choppy too. But yeah, I'll add it to my watch list just in case. If it come back up pretty strong, like it's already showing that it's more than halfway, right? It came back, like, so right here halfway. So I mean, if it passed this level, I think that's a good buy right there. It's holding pretty tight too. So anyhow, very nicky picky stuff. Let's move on. Spend too much time on that one. Okay, ZG at the top here. ZG. Yesterday we talked about this. I don't think it has the earnings. I remember. Yeah. So this current quarter is not that strong. So we'll pass on that. ZG. Down here. NVMI. And that one's also not strong earnings. Gil. Gil. This is retail apparel, I believe. Earnings are decent, 9%, 23. It looks decent. They report earnings up. Let me see. What is it doing? Wow, wow, it's moving. So this breaks out, went up, pull back, went up, pull back. Now it rides the 21 10-day here, and then today because of the earnings. So yesterday was a nice bounce, you see, and then today because of the earnings it went up more. Um, it has a previous nice run here, so it shows that it can run. If it doesn't want to move, it can run. Let me see if it's on the list here. So it's not on the list. Let me put it on the system here. Gil, mark this. Let's see what ranking it is. 214 right now, based on yesterday's move. But today's move is going to push it higher by 3%. So that will put it around 11%, which is around 160. So ranking around 160 or so. So it's still not the strongest. I don't like this zigzag here. It's not an easy stock to trade now. You can see it pulls back quite often, right? So I will pass on this just because of that. But the earnings has come in though. So it will be marked on my list now. But yeah, it's just a little bit hard to trade, I find. Okay, again, you can put it on your watch list and just continue to monitor it. You know. Okay, so that's Gil. What is my stock list? MRX. I think we looked at that one yesterday. It's a financial stock. Doesn't have earnings, strong earnings that I want. Pen. This is another health stock. Strong earnings. It just reported and making new high right now. Wow, this is a powerful breakdown. So the problem with this is if you buy into it right now, you are pretty far off, and because it was already near the previous high, so it's even more extended, right? So I don't trade stock like in this pattern. If it was like coming up from the, let's say the base was deeper, and let's say it was the day was right here, and then it broke out, that's a more powerful move because then you have test all this resistance on the left side, because this one was so close here. I mean, overall, it's still a good stock. I think, like, yeah. So here's the slope of the 10-day right now. It can either go sideways, it can also keep going higher, or it can pull back to the 10-day. So I'm gonna watch the stock. This is 183. So let me add to my watch list. Okay. Um, Next stock here. Almost done here. MBMQ and last time. SNCY and HIMS. So HIMS has been really extended. Let's see what's doing now. Wow, look at this. Pull back for one day and then it bounced again. So yeah, what can I do? This one stock that I have missed. It's really strong. It's pretty sure it's number one or two. Yeah, number two behind 10. Can't chase those stocks. It's now doing climax run. Um, yeah. So HIMS right here, HIMS, and then we have SMCI. This one has moved really strong. I can't remember the earnings. This earnings not that strong next quarter, but it's moving so strong that the stock. So there's something happening, I think. But yeah, but from the numbers perspective, it doesn't meet my criteria at this moment. Okay, let me see what else came on here. Nothing else came on. So the volume is starting to weaken again. Let's do a quick market check. Okay, Nasdaq is zero point 0.1 down 0.2%. S&P down 0.14% on SPY. Russell IWM is down 0.6%. So that part has picked up some selling, which kind of looked like the opposite of yesterday. So let's just go down the list that I haven't looked at yet. AMSC. So these are stocks that were on the list earlier. Now it's not on the list. So this is not strong earnings, so we'll pass on that. Reddit. So this one reported earnings is starting to come down now. So that's why You see, this is a good example. Like if you chase stocks late in the game, after a nice run, you will, this is what could happen. So that's you could give back your games very fast. Is what that means. Spotify, this one I do have a position with strong earnings. It's holding tight near the top right now. So yeah, so I got in right here. So right now you see it's not it's pulling back but really tight, right? So far it hasn't even touched the 10 day, even today. It didn't touch the 10 day. If it did touch the 10 day, it might have knocked me out. This is my 10 day right here. Stop level. It's holding tight. Yeah, if it's tripped, then I'm out. But if it wants to run, if it bounce like, for example, when it bounce like this, and it goes on to make new high again, that might be another entry point. But I already add recently, you see? I already add right here. So that was a day that it bounced back to the midway range. And I thought, oh, it didn't want to touch the 10 day, It could touch the 10 day in the next, like so far it hasn't, but it could. So, okay. Could draw a trend line here. And then if it comes back up again, it might be, I already added, so I had it probably too early, but anyhow. Sometimes the stronger stocks, they bounce really fast, so I don't want to miss that. Wix, Wix is missing the last quarter here. It's also starting to come down. Oh, it report earnings today. That's what happened. So that's why. So that's why it's doing that action. Not a very good action. So this is actually hitting new low right now. The SNCY was a name that came up yesterday that I missed. Earnings are strong right now. So it kind of break out right here to new high. This is a very choppy stock now. You can see every day it's quite choppy. Today you see it's pulling back in. So not easy stock to trade this one, I feel. This one is ranked 121. Um, yeah, so this is what 121 here. So today is kind of normal action, right? Again, it's something. It's probably not my. It does have some momentum right now, because you can see the 10-day is kind of sloping up at that angle, which is pretty strong. I just don't know if I can trade this without getting shaken out. That's the only problem. So anyhow, keep going here. AXGN. It's okay. Yeah, it's improving. AXGN. I think I've traded this before. Due in 6 days. So it's trading really tight right now. I the moment see it's very hard to trade this one too, right? So that's another problem. So sometimes some stocks can be looks okay, but if you look at the history, like here was nice. I think I traded here. Yeah, see that one part is nice. But then since that time, it has been really, really choppy. So I would be more patient with this one is what I'm trying to get it. And this one do have earnings. Yeah, and this is rank number 350. Wow, it's not doing that well in terms of rank. So yeah. All right. Hello. Let me see how the earnings look like. Okay, looks okay. It's been rising. Earnings came out today. It did a reversal, so not that good of an action. But it does have earnings, so you can draw a trend line this way. If it does bounce back, I don't know if it will, but also not the strongest stock. Looks like a lot of stocks are reversing today after earnings. It's kind of not good, like not good thing. 221. Okay, WGS is a stock that we got in yesterday. Did I talk about this already? No, I haven't. So it came out earnings. Okay, so the futures are definitely down on earnings on the fourth quarter. Nonetheless, the stock did really well yesterday. I did took some partial profit at the end of the day, just because uh, yeah, it moved so fast. But looks like today, it hit new high and giving back, right? So because it's just too far extended now. So yeah, we'll have to see how it reacts over the next few days because the 10-day slope is catching up and it's pretty strong 10-day slope, but it is pretty far apart. So it's possible that it will come back and come back close to it. So we'll see. Um, and this one is ranked pretty high, I think, after yesterday's move. Yeah, it's number 4 now, beside Palantir, right? All right, NXT. Oh, we already did those one. VIST. This one also doesn't have earnings. VIST. This one is in oil and gas, so like weaker earnings. All right, that's it. Yeah, so overall, just a quick recap. Market check right now. Wow, QQQ is now at zero point 0.1, down 0.1%. S&P is only down 0.06%. Dow is down 0.27%, and IWM is down 0.48%. So it looks like the market is holding up pretty nicely at this level. The one chart I want to show before we go is QQQ is pretty much at new high level here. And if you look at the equal weight, this is what really got me more bullish is the breakout right here. And then now it has followed through now. Look at how tight it's trading today, even on a down day. It's just really, really strong behavior. The 10-day slope is really powerful right now, equal weight NASDAQ. So this is probably the strongest index right now. In terms of technology stocks, I didn't see too many that pop up on the stocks on the move. As you see today, there's just not that many. Like NVIDIA is the big one, Spotify, right? Uh, but yeah, let's go back to our watch list here today. So, what did we do? Yeah, we bought back AEM. I bought back AEM for me. So, um, this is the bounce right here, and LLY as well. Also bought back on the bounce right here. So it's been moving up since. So, I probably have to move my. I'll probably buy Lily the second half position pretty soon because it has moved up quite significantly since then. Um, anyhow, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, it's not a bad day. Some stocks are giving back. Again, if you it's potential to find other stocks as well. PNNW is one. So look at this. It's not giving back much. Bounce and already bouncing back. The other one that's also on my watch list is RMBS. Okay, so this one is not, it's pulling back much more. So you can see it hasn't bounced yet. So obviously some stocks are gonna give back today, and then the question is, are they gonna bounce back? Thank you very much for watching this stream. Have a very good day. Bye now.